What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Ace Academy. This is Blackjack. The morning sun gently pulls me out of my sleep. I yawn and stretch, feeling fully rested. After my roller coaster of a day yesterday, tell me about it, actually make that my roller coaster of a week, I'm just happy to finally have a day to relax. I take my time in getting out of bed when I protect the time and I realize it's already past noon. Good thing there's nowhere I need to be. Shrugging it off, I get lost in the deep recesses of the internet. Oh, have we explored Reddit? Oh no. Before I know it, the day has passed. Doing nothing can sure be exhausting. As I'm about to go to the kitchen to grab a snack, my phone rings. It's a call from Nikki. Great. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen her all day. Of course I answer. Hello?
Thank God you're home.
Alright, this is gonna get serious, isn't it? She speaks quickly and seems almost out of breath.
Can you pick me up from the bookstore?
That's weird that it's typed out like that because I could clearly hear her say, "Can you pick me up from the bookstore?" Her voice is garbled and I can hardly make out what she's saying. What? She pauses and there's a lot of movement on the phone before she speaks again.
Please, can you get me?
Where are you?
At the bookstore.
Her voice is clearer, but she sounds scared. Just get over there. Something doesn't seem right. Alright, I'll be there in a few minutes. Nikki sighs in relief.
Thanks.
We hang up the phone and I hurry back to my bike. Nikki would tell me if she were in danger. Wouldn't she? I try not to dwell on the thought, but pick up speed anyway. Luckily, traffic is on my side. I arrive a few minutes earlier than anticipated. Nikki waits for me beneath a street lamp a few feet away from the bus stop. I can make out Ken's dark mop of hair beside her. It's a little strange that she's not under the bus awning, and what's Ken doing there? I forgot all about this whole Ken thing, too. Nikki straightens up as I slow down. Flecks of blood stain her clothes and dark bruises mark her skin. Okay, Ken steps into the light to greet me, and I wince when I see him. His left eye and cheek is puffy and starting to turn purple. Blood drips down his face from a cut at his temple. He must have tried to clean it because his forehead is smeared with streaks of red. What the hell happened here? I park my bike and rush over to them. Nikki throws her arms around me and hugs me tightly.
So glad you're here.
Okay, what the fuck happened? Oh my god, Nikki, are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
You're bleeding.
No, the blood's not mine.
Is it Ken's?
No.
You look like hell. He tries to smile, then dabs at his swollen lip. His fingernails stained with fresh blood. He holds himself stiffly and leans on the lamppost for support.
He saved me from those guys.
What guys?
I don't know. There was a group of them. 3, I think, waiting for the bus. And when I showed up, they started saying all these things about me. They were being so gross and creepy, but I tried to ignore them because I figured the bus would be there soon and it wouldn't matter. And then one of the guys tried to put his arm around me. Freaked out. Guess I pushed him and he got really angry. And then the other guy grabbed me and...
Well, first of all, he shouldn't have put his arm around you. So, no, she had every right to push him off. But again, wow. Yeah, no, wow. Jeez. What the fuck? Like, I hate that shit. Like, dude, if a woman is not inviting you to touch her, or not inviting you whatsoever to do anything, or don't fucking do it. It's really fucking simple. And I hate it when people put the blame on the girl or whatever. What do you want her to do here? There's 3 fucking guys there, like, fucking harassing her. Don't fucking do that shit. I hate that. My blood runs cold. He what? Did he hit you? Or are you hurt?
No.
Nikki's voice trembles and her eyes glitter with tears. I'm about to pull her back into a hug when Ken slips his hand into hers and squeezes.
Ken intervened before anything could have happened.
She glances at Ken, smiling broadly.
He came barreling out of the bookstore, screaming at that guy to let me go. And then he punched him right in the face. The guy was super angry, and he and his friends ganged up on him.
How did you get your bruises then? She frowns.
I tried to stop them from ganging up on Ken.
Well, okay, so I get where Fartfurter's coming from here, Because, yeah, she could have gotten really hurt. But at the same time, she's trying to help. So I can't completely go into the whole what were you thinking kind of thing. You're not thinking rationally in this situation of someone is assaulting you, and now they've gone from assaulting you to now assaulting someone who is coming to your defense. Sorry, you what? What were you thinking? You're thinking you joined in the fight. You could have been seriously injured. Nikki sets her jaw.
There was no way I was going to let Ken fight them alone. Especially not when this fight only happened because of me.
I was agreeing with the first part of this, which is just like, yeah, no, if you can step in and do something, try to do something. But again, I do it because I'm like super principled about stuff like this. It's not your fault that this happened. This fight didn't happen because of you. This fight happened because 3 dudes came up to you. It's their fault that this is that this all happened. It's not yours. Anyway, I'm too stunned by her outburst to reply. Of course, I'm not pleased that she put herself in danger, but a part of me is also a little proud, as you should be.
But I didn't really need to help.
I raise an eyebrow.
Ken beat 2 of them up by himself. The 3rd one had to help them up so they could escape.
What? I look skeptically at Ken. I wouldn't say he's scrawny, but he's no muscle man either. Ken shifts nervously. I think I still make him uncomfortable.
I have some experience with martial arts.
What do you mean, some experience? You're a 2nd dan black belt!
He's a what? I certainly wasn't expecting that. You threw yourself in harm's way to protect Nikki. Oh, now they're gonna turn this into... I should have picked up on this earlier. They're turning this into the Fartfurter now approves of Ken being with Nikki thing. Great. Throw more romance in my face, especially in the middle of a harassment scene. Thanks, game.
Of course.
Ken maintains eye contact and answers with conviction. Nikki blushes. Also, probably should get a screenshot since this is going to be... Yeah.
Anyway, I told Ken he should go back inside, but he refused.
It's not safe for her to wait alone.
I take another look at Ken. No, just respect it. There's a fire in his eyes I'd never noticed before. When he looks at Nikki, he isn't that timid kid trembling in his boots. He looks like someone who's willing to move mountains. I meet his eyes and nod. Thanks for being there for her. He blinks in surprise, but nods back.
I only did what anyone would have done.
Yep.
Don't be so modest. You were amazing out there.
To be fair, I don't think anyone would have done that. But to go out there and stop it, I think is what's more commendable. The fact that you did it. But it should be what anyone should do. Does everybody have the ability of you? No. But I get what you mean. I understand the sentiment. Ken shrugs awkwardly, then winces in pain. Are you sure you're okay, though? Maybe we should take you to the hospital. He shakes his head.
I'm fine. Nothing's broken.
I look him over. I don't know about that.
I told him we should call an ambulance, but he refused.
I promise I'm okay. I'm sorry for causing you such trouble.
You're not causing the trouble, dude. This is one of those rare times I wish my bike could fit more people. Do you at least have a ride home?
He let me call his brother to come pick him up.
We'll wait here with you until he arrives.
I appreciate the thought, but I would feel more at ease if you took Nikki home.
Let's walk him back to the bookstore at least. If you don't want us to wait with you, will you at least let us walk you back into the bookstore? It will be safer there.
I'm sure your coworkers will let you back in. They're probably wondering what happened to you anyway.
You work there? Ken nods. Then let's definitely get you back inside. Realizing he's fighting a losing battle, Ken agrees.
Okay.
Nikki and I go to support him, but he manages to walk by himself. As we head into the bookstore, his co-workers rush out to help, each asking questions about what happened. Nikki and I sit with Ken as we wait for his brother to arrive. Nikki fusses over Ken and he lets her. As I watch the two of them, I pay close attention to Ken. He's calm, respectful, and polite, but most importantly, he makes Nikki smile. I knew it. See, I knew where this was going. Oh, you give me an option here. Great. Yeah. Hey, Ken, can I talk to you for a sec? He looks up at me with wide eyes, the very same expression that he wore the first time I met him.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm going to do the thing that the game didn't do, which is completely cock-block me. Well, not necessarily cock-block, but just, like, make sure that I have no romance whatsoever. None of the romance, but rub everyone else's romance in my face. Amused, I lead him into a quiet area behind the shelves. I'm trusting you to take care of her. He blinks blank. Oh, no, that is what it says. He blinks blankly before his eyes open wide again. As his face goes pink, he bows at a perfect 90-degree angle.
Of course. Thank you for your trust.
You don't have to bow. I'm not your emperor, dude. He returns to an upright position.
Sorry.
Don't apologize.
Sorry.
Just don't apologize. I glare at him and he shuts up. This is kind of fun. I think I might actually enjoy this turn of events. Okay, let's go back. Nikki bombards us with questions as we return.
What was that all about? Why wasn't I invited? Why did Ken bow?
I don't know. It's not the weirdest thing that's happened in this game. Yeah, Ken, why did you bow? I grin devilishly at him, daring him to answer.
It's because he's, my senpai?
I didn't know how to react to that. I didn't know whether to laugh, whether to just... I didn't know what to do. You know, like that scene where Kaito's, like, his face goes between, like, 5 different emotions? That's kind of what my brain just did. It was just like... Nikki stares at him blankly, then shifts her attention to me.
What did you do?
Nothing. Nothing at all. Isn't that right, Ken?
Of course.
Nikki pouts, but I can see the trace of a smile. Guess she's glad we're finally getting along. A few minutes later, Ken's brother shows up. He convinces Ken to go to the hospital and thanks us for our help. With Ken safe, we head home. Nikki lets out a huge breath when we step into the living room. Her face is unusually serious. She hangs her head and stares at her feet.
I'm so sorry.
It's not your fault. Again. Why?
If I hadn't gone to visit Ken, I wouldn't have lost track of time and stayed out so late. And then I wouldn't have gotten into this mess and made everyone worry.
Okay, so I understand that, yes, maybe there are some areas you shouldn't necessarily be in at night in terms of, like, protection and, like, understanding, you know, getting home safely or whatever. In that same respect, that thing shouldn't happen to you still. Like, I get that, you know, maybe going downtown by yourself, especially if you're a woman, just because you're in a lot more danger for something like that to happen, especially being by yourself, is probably not a good idea to do. But again, just because it's not a good idea to do something shouldn't mean that the potential danger of that thing that that potential danger of the thing that you're trying to avoid should happen to you because you're there. You know what I mean? Like, that shouldn't happen. So I don't think she should feel bad about going out and visiting her boyfriend and staying out late, because something happened. Yeah. Nikki, what happened wasn't your fault. She glances up at me.
But if I...
Nope. No, none of this is your fault. What happened is the fault of those guys. Exactly. And if I find out who they are, I'm going to finish what Ken started. I think they learned the lesson. Nikki smiles weakly and nods.
I think I'll go take a shower.
You do that. Sure. As soon as Nikki goes upstairs, Kaito pops his head out of the kitchen. Now he wants to know.
Is Nikki gone?
Yes, she is. Yeah? He pauses and gives me another look. Oh shit, it's the investigation.
Did something happen?
Oh no, he did overhear. I debated telling Kaito about the incident, but I don't want him to needlessly worry. He looks like he has something else on his mind. Okay, maybe we are going to talk about the incident. It's fine, what's up?
I heard back from the PI.
I knew it. What did he say?
Ezra Wilson.
The drunk driver?
Yeah. What do you really know about him?
He and Dad used to work together at Midori Energy. They were on every project together, and he used to come to the house all the time while we were growing up. I thought he and Dad were friends. And my voice trails off. His blood alcohol was far over the legal limit. Again, hi, bartender Blackjack here. Please do not drink and drive. Terrible, terrible, terrible fucking idea. If you've seen me on Twitch getting drunk, there's a reason why. It's because I know I'm not fucking driving afterwards. It's not like the cops couldn't ask him about it due to his coma, nor was there any evidence which indicated that this was more than a cut and dry drunk driving accident. There was no incentive to investigate further, so that was all that was listed in the report.
Well, it turns out Ezra was stalking your father.
Okay. I frowned. That doesn't make any sense. They saw each other at work every day. Why?
The PI read about a huge fire at Midori Energy the week before your parents' accident. He spoke to a few people and found out that the fire destroyed important documents which contained all the research for Midori's latest project.
This means that's the overdrive. I racked my brain. I think I might remember hearing something about that fire.
The documents which were destroyed was your father's and Ezra's research.
Dad's research. I try to recall Dad right before the incident. He seemed a little bit more worried than usual, but otherwise didn't give any indication that something was amiss. Shouldn't he have been devastated by something like losing years of research? Was he trying to protect me, or was something else going on?
Ezra didn't take the loss well. Right after the fire, Ezra accused your father of purposely sabotaging him by setting their research on fire.
Dad wouldn't do that. It was his research too.
Right. It didn't make sense. Nobody believed him and they chalked up his breakdown to stress. But he wouldn't let it go. He accosted your father many times at work demanding answers. It got so bad that he was assigned a leave of absence by the company. On the day of the accident, your parents had lunch at a cafe.
Nikki called them asking for a ride. Yeah, I remember.
The PI asked the waitstaff if they remembered seeing your parents there, and they did. Ezra too.
Ooh. He was there?
Yeah, he'd followed them there and was already clearly intoxicated. He demanded that they pay him all the money he would have made upon completion of the project.
He said your father owed him.
Obviously, your father refused and continually maintained his innocence. Ezra became so disruptive, the manager had to forcibly remove him from the cafe.
Your parents seemed shaken, but they tried to finish their meals as if nothing happened.
That's when they received the call from Nikki.
I guess Ezra tried to tail them, but ended running them off of the road. Kaito nods, looking more grim than ever. Something doesn't add up. What research is important enough to kill over? If Ezra was driven to madness after losing his life's work, why was Dad barely affected? Then there's the convenient timing of Akira's copycat core. How much time has passed since the accident? It's been over a year, right? Since the fire? Enough for the company to piece together just enough of the research to turn a profit. Uncle Kaito. He looks at me. I think the research that killed Dad has to do with my core. He hesitates, then nods slowly.
You might be right.
Wasn't there an encrypted piece that Valerie wasn't able to unlock? Maybe that can help make some sense of all of this. I need to take another look at it. I need to go look at my core. Uncle Kaito doesn't try to stop me.
You do what you need to do.
Just be safe. Thanks, Uncle Kaito. The second time today, I race to the garage and hop back on my bike. Then I drive to Ace. Nope, you know what? I'm not going to leave you on a cliffhanger. Let's keep going. The campus feels even more empty than usual. Even though it's after hours, I have no trouble swiping into the hangar. All is quiet except for the sound of my footsteps. I cannot get to Eagle fast enough. As soon as I do, I plop down at the terminal and boot up the computer. I follow the instructions Valerie left for me, and I'm greeted by the password prompting screen she showed me earlier. She said there was a hint there. Let's see what it says. The screen is a scrambled mess of words with no rhyme or reason to them. I read through a couple of times, making sure my eyes don't skip any words. Most of these words mean nothing, but a select few stand out. Cricket, Moose, Sir Hops-a-Lot. These are all childhood names Dad gave me. Sir Hops. Oh, okay, never mind. I was thinking beer. I was confused. Like hops in beer. Each one of them has a story, but none of them were very long-lived. The ultimate nickname that stuck for me was, for an embarrassing long time, was Meatball, because when I was born, my cheeks were big and round like meatballs. Dad's favorite story to tell me was the time I started school. The teacher called Fartfurter for roll call. Really? Meatball's the one you're embarrassed about. You're not embarrassed by your own name. For roll call, and I stayed silent, so she marked me absent. After she'd gone through the list of names, I said she didn't call mine. She asked if my name was Fartfurter. I responded with, no, my name is Meatball. I've been called Meatball at home for so long that I didn't even know my real name. That must be the answer. I apprehensively type in meatball into the password prompt. My fingers hover over the enter key before pressing it. The prompt disappears and a video pops up on the screen. My breath catches in my throat as Dad looks straight into the camera. There are dark circles under his eyes and worried lines around his mouth. His hair sticks up at odd angles, and his clothes are smudged with dirt and oil. He notices the recording light is on and tries to fix himself up before giving a weak smile.
The fact that you are watching this now means something must have gone wrong.
James Wienerbush. So his first name is James. James Wienerbush actually sounds like that could be like a real person on like Wall Street or something like that. Honest to God, it really does. Like he sits like in a high executive office in like New York City. He sighs and his voice grows thick.
I'm sorry.
I try to swallow the lump in my throat and ignore the sting of tears in my eyes. This isn't the Dad I remember. The Dad I remember had a booming laugh which took up the room. He was sure of himself and never had regrets.
By putting this technology in Eagle, I have potentially endangered you. But I don't know where else I can keep it safe. Midori Energy doesn't fully understand the scope of this research. They're willing to sell it to anyone without considering the consequences. Companies which would weaponize this technology will cause irreparable damage. They could create energy explosions 13 times the force of a nuclear bomb.
The fuck? He sets his jaw and lifts his gaze back towards the camera. His eyes are unusually steely and cold.
That's why I caused the fire. I burned all copies of my research to prevent it from falling into the wrong hands.
Oh, so he did cause the fire. I can't make that song joke. We didn't start the fire. Dad runs his hands through his hair, a gesture he would do whenever he was stressed or worried.
It's hard to completely destroy 20 years of research. Especially when this technology could bring so much good. The possibilities would have been endless. This new format of energy may function similarly to existing methods, but the fundamental principles are vastly different and have far wider scalability implications.
A shadow of his old self returns while he talks, and I catch a glimpse of a genuine smile. Dad was always a bit of a dreamer. Then his face becomes grim.
And that is why this core is sitting in Eagle now.
His piercing gaze stares straight into my soul.
I'm sorry for getting you involved. I'm sorry I couldn't follow through with what I started. But most of all, I'm sorry I wasn't able to tell you this in person.
His eyes look glassy and glitter too much beneath the light. Also, now I can hear somebody working in the background.
I probably don't say this enough, but I'm so proud of who you've grown up to be. I know, if you're watching this, that I've put a heavy burden on your shoulders, but I trust you will make the right decision. My only hope is that you can find it in your heart to forgive me.
Dad glances behind him. Something might have spooked him because when he faces the camera again, he smiles feebly and his voice is quiet.
Take care of your sister. Goodbye, son.
The video cuts off abruptly. At first, I'm too stunned to move. The image of Dad is seared into my eyes. He was the same, yet so unfamiliar. As his face slowly fades away, I'm surprised to feel wetness on my cheeks. He knew. He knew exactly what he was doing when he hid this technology inside Eagle, and now I understand why I wasn't able to help program the core. I understand why Dad seemed almost obsessive about completing Eagle. It also makes sense why I never noticed a difference between this core and any other core. Dad never matured the technology. But he must have set up the overdrive configuration probably not long before he set the overdrive to only happen once so I'd begin to search for answers. His last words ring in my mind. Goodbye, son. He knew the implications of his research and entrusted it all to me through the gear we built together. I glance over at Eagle, partially obscured by shadows. The darkened blue no longer seems warm and inviting, like the salty spray of the ocean, but feels dangerous and cold like a winter sky. I try to bring up the video once more so I can hear his voice one more time, see his face, even though it's not the one I want to remember. But I can't. It was a one-time initiation. As I try to process the situation, I don't know what to feel. I recall Dad's hollow cheeks and the shadow of pain in his eyes. Of one thing I am certain, I cannot keep using the core knowing all of this. But what will I do about the research? I wonder what effect this actually has on everything. Do I do what my dad did and just destroy it, or... Probably should have saved. Can I go back one? Thank you. Quick save here. Alright. Destroy it. No. Let's keep it protected. Sometimes Dad thought too much about the big picture and forgot all about the details. He wanted to create a better future for us and was willing to die to make his dreams a reality. If only he could have seen that future we wanted was one with him in it. I don't want Dad's sacrifice to have been in vain. I want him to achieve his dream. I climb up the ladder beside Eagle and open the cockpit. Then I key in the sequence which opens the panel protecting my core. Like a beating heart, it gives off a faint pulse of energy. I open the terminal screen in my cockpit and find the source information of my core for my core. After collecting all the schematics and data into a drive, I set an impossible runs instance. The low glow continues to brighten more and more. After a zapping noise, it becomes an opaque object. As far as anyone would know, the core short-circuited. The technology belongs with the company who will utilize it properly. Until I know who that is, I'll keep it safe with me and not bring any more attention to it. After learning all that I have, I can't keep using it as a leg up against the competition. Eagle will use a regular core from now on. So we suck now. As I stand there, I suddenly feel so tired and so lost. Without thinking, I pull out my phone and dial the first name that comes to mind.
Roasted, how's it hanging?
That's the first name that comes to mind. Really? I hate you, Fartfurter. You have turned on me, dude. In like these past couple of episodes, not even couple, last like series of episodes, you have completely turned on me. I was expecting maybe Valerie, maybe even Nikki because she's your sister and you're close. Maybe Kaito because he's your uncle, but no, you dialed Show. Fucking Show. Do you think we could meet? Yep, saving here. Next episode, no. Okay, fine. Let's get Show out of the way.
Oh, sure.
Okay. You sound surprised.
Any place you have in mind?
Yeah, where the hangar. Where are you now? I can meet you.
I'm just chilling in my room. Come on over.
Oh, lovely. Thanks, I'll see you soon. We hang up the phone. As if in a daze, I make my way towards his dorm. Sho greets me with a wide smile, but it drops as soon as he sees my face. He quickly ushers me in. I half-heartedly greet any of his dorm mates. We pass by. Before we settle into Sho's room. I sit at his desk while Sho flops on his bed. Where is your girlfriend?
What's going on? You seem tense.
I unconsciously start to play with the drive in my hands.
What's that?
It's my core. He blinks, then laughs.
Very funny, but seriously, what is it?
It's my core. The data from my core. Sho frowns.
What's it doing in there?
I didn't know where else to put it.
You could have left it in Eagle.
I sigh and share with Sho all that I've learned. My story comes out in pieces and Sho continually asks questions to help understand the order of events. Eventually I finish my story.
Damn, that's intense.
I know. I'm not sure if I did the right thing. I acted emotionally and maybe I should have taken time to really think things through.
No way. You were right to do what you did.
You think so?
Without a doubt.
I let out the breath I hadn't realized I'd been holding. A huge weight lifts off my shoulders. I hadn't realized how anxious I was about this decision until someone else validated my choice.
Your dad might not have been able to make the decision himself, but he was right to trust you. You're like the most logical guy I know.
Uh-huh. I grin weakly. Considering your version of logic, that's not too difficult to achieve.
Hey!
He's not wrong. He matches my grin.
How are you doing otherwise?
Terrible. It still sucks. I have no romance options. I keep wondering what could have happened.
I know it's easier said than done, but you've got to let it go.
I can't let it go. You want to know why? Because I'm alone. There's no one else for me. Yuna, he doesn't even go after Yuna, and Yuna's like right there for the picking. Hey, you want to come have a walk with me? Nah, bruh, it's too dark outside.
Once you give in to the what-ifs, it's really hard to pull yourself back out. You end up obsessed. You don't even realize what you're doing until it's too late and life passes you by.
Good thing there's such a thing as a load option, because we will be going back and doing it again. He shakes his head.
Then you would have just wasted the life your father fought so hard to give you.
Oh, we're talking about cores. Right, sorry. He's right. Wondering about the impossible will only bring more heartache. I need to accept what happened, take what I've learned, and move on. I nod. You're right. I can't let what I've learned bring me down. I'm lucky to have a friend who will always have my back. Not you. In this moment, I have clarity. I don't need to focus on my past because my future is worth exploring and my friends will be with me every step of the way. That's lame. Oh, I think we're at the end. Yes, that is the end of Ace Academy. So it's a good thing I actually held off. Oh, look at all these producers. Dishukan, Rishukan, Donnie Roos, Eggsy, McCloud. There's Nikki, there's Mayu, and there's Kaori. They're happy and they're having fun together. You're sleeping. I guess you're on a train holding, I guess, maybe my arm. That never happened. But Valerie looks cute. She kinda reminds me of Sailor Moon. And there's Kaori. I didn't get that scene whatsoever. That would have been nice. Okay, and here's the voice talent. It's Tina, Kim, Nikki, and Sydney. Pony was is Kaori. Samantha Chan was Yuna. Angela Lorenzana. I know that name for some reason was Valerie. Oh right, because she does the Pongo. Voice. Okay, and then here's all these other people who did things too. They were good. Yeah, she got a workout. I don't remember that happening either. Here are your pixel faders. We're Exile, we're Sheep, and Torment. And by the way, I finished my first game. Now no one can ever say that I have never finished anything on this channel because now I have. Alexander John Aristotle Kimball. Apparently he names like I do. And William Taylor Lashbrook. Lucas Powell's, Simon W. Steen, no relation to one Kevin Steen, Erwin Matthew Padalinghug, and Anna Talon's TV. Anna Talon's TV. And then you got level 3 pixel faders. I guess these are people who like donated to all of this. Maybe I should have, but I didn't know about the game at the time. Nikki looked cute there. And there's Kaori. She's going pew 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 pew. I'm on a rocket ship. And then for complete credits, please see extra credit. I don't want to. Oh, come on. Valerie's adorable. Maybe I should have just gone full commit to Valerie. And there's Nikki. She's like 6 or something, and she's hugging a big old bunny. Good job. And here's Kaori. How to draw manga. Okay, that's cool. And she's at a cafe or something like that. Got anything else you want to show me? Anything else you want to show me? Thank you for playing Ace. Oh, you're welcome. I loved every moment of not getting romance options, but that was cool. No, I actually did enjoy this game. Ace Academy was a lot of fun. It's a really good story. It was at least enough to keep my attention. And again, it was one of the best series that I've done here on the channel in terms of how consistently well it does. We hope you enjoyed it. We'd love to hear and incorporate player feedback into future products, so please feel free to let us know your thoughts on the discussion boards or in a Steam review. Oh, don't worry. It's coming. It's coming. Anyway, with that formality out of the way, whew, what a ride it's been. For our original supports, thank you so much for sticking with us. For new players, welcome to the Pixel Fade family. While the adventure of Ace's story, Ace stops here, Pixel Fade is always exploring new options, which is why Crystalline is also going to be the next thing I focus on after I get Ace Academy and the romance out of the way. Please feel free to check out what we are up to at pixelfade.com. Thanks again. All right, and that sends us off. Back to the main screen with the thumping rock music again. No, just a black screen of death. Okay, well, I want to thank you all so much for joining me on this journey. Maybe if I click... Oh, wait, hold on. Still here? There's nothing else. This is a Marvel movie where you get a special heat and teaser. Yeah. I doubt it. I get the feeling I just set an expectation that we will have something after all this text. Look, I got nothing, so stop trying, okay? Just press escape or right-click that mouse button and be on your merry way. Really? Still here? All right. Okay, maybe I have something to share. Are you ready? Here goes. Wait, what? Ace Academy Supernova? What the fuck? Oh, god damn it. Oh, it got me good. Oh, okay. Okay. I got, whoa. Oh, damn it. Okay, you got me good, game. You got me good on that one. That was very well done. Sorry, that's not actually a thing. Though I will say that mock reveal somehow ended up looking pretty cool, lol. For realsies, though, we're excited about the new visual novel currently in development. Check out pixelvate.com for details. It's crystalline. Thanks again for playing. Goodbye. Goodbye. The game ends here for real? Hold on, Pixel Fade. Yeah, that's been my thought this entire time. Did you really just end the game like that? Yes. No, not acceptable. Yeah, exactly. None of this has been acceptable whatsoever. No love for me? Ugh, we're sorry. Ace is a crowdfunded project, and we did our best given our resources. Actually, the length ended up almost twice as long than what we initially planned. We stretched out as long as we could. Wow, that's actually kind of impressive. So if you had more resources, I could have had a longer game. Indeed, as an indie team, your support would directly impact the scope of our projects, including future ones. All right, I'm moderately interested. How do I help? Please feel free to check us out on Patreon. I might throw them a few bucks. Alternatively, we will be crowdfunding our next project in the near future. Please consider pledging then. Okay, thanks for the info. No problem, Fartfurter. Thanks for your consideration and understanding. Thank you for not going all Doki Doki Literature Club and actually putting my name there. Have a great day. All right, so that is actually the end. Thank you guys again so much for joining me on this journey through Ace Academy. But yes, no, we will be coming back to this. We have to start again. And I will pick who I will go after in that next episode of Ace Academy. But this is the official first finale playthrough done on this channel. We did it, everybody. If you've enjoyed the series, go ahead and leave a like down below. If you're brand new to the channel, go ahead and subscribe, and then let me know what you've thought about the entire story of Ace Academy that we've gone through so far. Thank you again so much. Goodbye, and good night. Woo! Done.